Did you know that in Dubai, billionaires start their day with a $26 gold-dusted cappuccino? It's just the beginning of a day filled with unimaginable luxury, but what about the women who accompany these ultra-wealthy individuals? In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the contrasting lives of a billionaire's companion and an average Dubai resident. You won't believe the differences in their daily routine. Welcome to Dubai, a city where two vastly different worlds coexist side by side. Let's start our day with two women whose lives couldn't be more different. Meet Sarah, a billionaire's companion who's just waking up in a gold-plated penthouse high above the city. The panoramic views of Dubai's skyline greet her as she stretches in her silk sheets. Now, let's shift our focus to Aisha, an average Dubai resident starting her day in a modest apartment. Her alarm clock rings and she quickly silences it to avoid waking her family members in the small shared space. The contrast between these two mornings sets the stage for a day of stark differences. Sarah's morning routine is nothing short of extravagant. She slips into designer clothes laid out by her personal stylist the night before. A team of professionals arrives to perfect her hair and makeup, ensuring she looks flawless for the day ahead. Meanwhile, in her luxury kitchen, a personal chef prepares a gourmet breakfast, complete with that famous $26 gold-dusted cappuccino we mentioned earlier. Aisha's morning, on the other hand, is a whirlwind of activity. She quickly dresses in her work attire, then heads to the small kitchen to prepare a simple breakfast for her family. There's no time for elaborate meals or fancy coffee here. Aisha gulps down a quick cup of instant coffee while packing lunches for her children. As the morning progresses, the differences in their lives become even more apparent. Sarah leisurely browses her schedule on a tablet, confirming her appointments for the day. Her biggest concern, deciding which luxury car from her collection she'll take out. Aisha, meanwhile, is in a rush to get her kids ready for school and herself out the door in time to catch public transport. And how will these contrasting lives unfold throughout the day? The morning is just the beginning of the vast divide between their experiences in Dubai. As they leave for work, the differences are impossible to ignore. Sarah descends in a private elevator to a waiting chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce. Aisha hurries to the nearby bus stop, hoping she hasn't missed her connection. Both women are heading to work, but their journeys and destinations couldn't be more different. But the differences don't end here. Let's follow them to work and see how their days continue to diverge in ways you might never have imagined. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine a job where your main responsibility is to look fabulous and mingle with the elite. Now picture another where meeting deadlines and managing office politics are daily challenges. In Dubai, these two realities exist side by side. Let's step into Sarah and Aisha's shoes and experience a day at work that will challenge everything you thought you knew about careers in this glittering city. Sarah's workday begins as she arrives at a luxurious hotel for a high-profile business meeting. Her role? To accompany her billionaire partner, providing a polished and sophisticated presence. As they enter the opulent conference room, Sarah effortlessly engages in small talk with some of Dubai's most influential figures. Her job requires her to be more than just arm candy. She's a social connector, smoothly introducing key players and facilitating conversations that could lead to million-dollar deals. Meanwhile, Aisha settles into her cubicle, ready to tackle a day filled with client calls, project deadlines, and the inevitable office politics. She logs into her computer, immediately greeted by an overflowing inbox and a calendar packed with meetings. The pressure is on as her team races to complete a crucial project before the end of the week. As the day progresses, Sarah finds herself at an exclusive fashion show, rubbing shoulders with celebrities and fashion icons. Her perfectly styled appearance and charming demeanor make her an asset in these social settings. She navigates the event with grace, making valuable connections for her partner's business interests. But don't be fooled. Maintaining this facade of perfection is exhausting work, requiring constant vigilance and social acumen. Across town, Aisha juggles multiple tasks, from preparing reports to mediating conflicts between team members. The stress of her job is palpable as she works through lunch, trying to stay on top of her workload. Her day is a whirlwind of spreadsheets, presentations, and problem solving, a far cry from the glamorous events Sarah attends. As evening approaches, Sarah prepares for a charity gala, another key part of her role. She dons a designer gown and exquisite jewelry, ready to charm potential donors and secure support for her partner's philanthropic efforts. The event is a dazzling affair, with champagne flowing and Dubai's skyline twinkling in the background. For Aisha, the workday stretches into overtime. She's determined to meet her project deadline, even if it means missing dinner with her family. The office gradually empties, leaving her alone with her computer and a cooling cup of coffee. As the night draws to a close, both women reflect on their very different versions of a hard day at work. Sarah may have spent her day in luxury, but the constant pressure to perform and maintain appearances takes its toll. Aisha, though exhausted, feels a sense of accomplishment in her professional achievements. With the workday behind them, let's see how these women spend their evenings in a city where the contrasts never cease to amaze. From designer boutiques to crowded supermarkets, the evening hours in Dubai paint a picture of two vastly different realities. But what unexpected challenges await both Sarah and Aisha as they navigate their nightly routines? Let's peek behind the curtain of luxury and everyday life. As the sun dips below Dubai's glittering skyline, Sarah prepares for a night of extravagance. Her personal stylist arrives at the penthouse, arms laden with designer outfits for the evening ahead. Together, they select a stunning ensemble that would make any fashionista green with envy. Sarah's night begins with an exclusive shopping spree in Dubai's most upscale boutiques. Here, price tags are conspicuously absent. After all, when you're shopping with a billionaire's credit card, does the cost really matter? Meanwhile, Aisha's evening takes a very different turn. She arrives home, tired but looking forward to spending time with her family. The modest apartment fills with the aroma of a home-cooked meal as she prepares dinner for her children. There's no personal chef here, just a hard-working mother juggling pots and pans while simultaneously helping her kids with their homework. Sarah's shopping adventure continues as she flits from one high-end store to another. Salespeople fawn over her, offering champagne and personalized attention. She tries on exquisite jewelry and designer handbags, each item costing more than an average Dubai resident's yearly salary. The challenge for Sarah, maintaining her composure and making the right impression in this world of extreme wealth and scrutiny. Back in Aisha's kitchen, she faces her own set of challenges. As she stirs a pot of fragrant stew, she's mentally calculating the family budget. The rising cost of living in Dubai means every dirham counts. She wonders if they can afford a small treat this month or if it's better to save for unexpected expenses. As the night progresses, Sarah's glamorous evening culminates in a dinner at one of Dubai's most exclusive restaurants. The menu boasts dishes adorned with edible gold leaf, and the seafood is flown in daily from around the globe. Sarah savors a meal that costs more than most families spend on groceries in a month. Yet, surrounded by Dubai's elite, she feels the constant pressure to maintain her status and relevance in this glittering world. Aisha's family gathers around their modest dining table, enjoying a simple but delicious meal prepared with love. The conversation is lively as the children share stories from school, and Aisha and her husband discuss their day. Despite the financial pressures, there's a warmth and contentment here that money can't buy. As night falls, the contrast between these two worlds becomes even more stark. Sarah prepares for a late-night party on a private yacht, while Aisha tucks her children into bed, setting her alarm for another early start. What dreams and fears keep each woman awake as they reflect on their very different lives in the same city? The night may be young for Dubai's elite, but it comes with a hefty price tag, and we're not just talking about money. What unexpected toll does this lifestyle of luxury take on those who live it? And how does it compare to the challenges faced by ordinary Dubai residents? As the clock strikes midnight, Sarah finds herself on a private yacht surrounded by the ultra-wealthy. The party is in full swing, with champagne flowing and music pulsing across the Persian Gulf. But beneath the glittering surface, a different reality emerges. Sarah feels the constant weight of scrutiny, knowing that every move she makes is being watched and judged. The pressure to maintain her appearance and status is relentless, even in the early hours of the morning. Meanwhile, Aisha settles into bed in her modest apartment, setting her alarm for another early start. As she lies awake, her mind races with concerns about job security and the rising cost of living in Dubai. She wonders if she'll be able to provide a stable future for her children in this rapidly changing city. For Sarah, the world of luxury comes with its own set of anxieties. The fear of being replaced looms large. After all, in this circle, there's always someone younger, more beautiful, or more connected waiting in the wings. She struggles with the lack of genuine connections, feeling isolated despite being surrounded by people. The constant pursuit of perfection takes its toll, leaving her emotionally drained and questioning her worth beyond her appearance and social status. Across town, Aisha's worries are more grounded but no less pressing. She thinks about the upcoming school fees, the increasing grocery bills, and the possibility of her company downsizing. The stark contrast between her life and the opulence she sees around Dubai sometimes feels overwhelming, yet there's a sense of purpose in her struggles, a drive to create a better life for her family through hard work and perseverance. As dawn breaks over Dubai, both women reflect on their lives. Sarah, stepping off the yacht, feels a mix of exhilaration and emptiness. The lifestyle she leads is undeniably thrilling, but at what cost to her personal freedom and sense of self? Aisha, preparing for another day, finds strength in the love of her family and the small victories of daily life. In a city where abandoned luxury cars serve as a stark reminder of the risks of living beyond one's means, both Sarah and Aisha navigate their own paths. As a new day begins in Dubai, we're left to wonder, in this city of gold, what truly constitutes a rich life? And as Dubai continues to evolve, will the gap between these two worlds grow wider, or will a new balance emerge?